Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Warcraft Rumble content on my main channel. Don't forget, I have made a couple of extra channels, extra YouTube channels to cover some other games. The first of which is AFK Journey. It's kind of like a gacha game. It's quite fun. I really enjoy it. The other one is actually TFT. I haven't actually announced that yet because I don't know how much time I'm going to have to be able to record TFT videos. But I'm kind of playing TFT a lot this set. Those of you that may have watched me in the past know that I probably covered TFT through a few sets. I did set 3 and I might have done set 9. I can't remember. I think I did set 9. So I do really like TFT. Sorry, I'm not taking my clothes off for no apparent reason. I'm just really hot. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm going to do today. Today, as the title suggests, I'm going to be covering Arclight Battery's 100% win Baron deck. This to me looks pretty standard. You know, like if you were to name 5 minis, maybe outside of Blizzard, though we've talked a little bit about Blizzard in the past, but if we were to name 5 minis that we thought were always there in the PvP meta, and now that First Strike modifier and the Sappers changes come through, we've just gone back to like standard minis, then yeah, you've probably got the 5 most meta minis physically possible. So I wouldn't say it's like anything too crazy in this deck. Some changes or some notes, things I'm going to note before I get into this. I might not get 100% win rate with this. I don't have as high level minis as Arc. Arc's got level 25 Murlocs outside of legendaries. He's got like the 200,000 XP on the Murloc Tidehunters, which I'm nowhere near. And I think he's got a couple of other. I don't think he's got a legendary Griffin Rider, but I think he might have a high enough XP level to be able to hit the sort of the legendary level anyway. But nonetheless, I'm going to give this a go. Let's see how it goes. All right, I just changed up some talents because I noticed that Arclight uses Dwarven Ambition, which I think basically Dwarven Ambition in my eyes, because we no longer have Bristleback in the meta, which is obviously the talent for Quillbore. Dwarven Ambition probably helps you win trades that you wouldn't usually win, either versus another Dark Iron Miner or maybe even versus a Quillbore. We're obviously using Gnomish Cloaking Device for Safe Pilot. Now that really could be also coming in hot given we're in the First Strike meta. Bubbles on our Murlocs, of course. Bramble Burst, so poison on our Quillbore to deal with the bubbles. Obviously, Skeleton Mages on Baron, extended range, and freeze in place on our Blizzard. Right, shall we dive into some games? It's going to be live gameplay, not going to be doing crazy drawing. We're just going to do some live gameplay of this, see how far we get. All right, so we're starting at 5k, which is where Arclight started. So I feel like this is quite symbolic. You know, this is a good thing. Let's jump into our first game then, see who we are against. I didn't actually watch the whole video for Arclight. I watched a couple of the games, so I'm not entirely sure sort of if there is a specific strategy here, but this is what we're going to work out on the fly. I feel like it's just going to be normal, though. It's a very normal deck. We're against the level 10 Hogger. Okay, let's see how we go. I'm just going to play this over here. He's playing a very, very long range one of those. We are dealing with level 10 practically everything, it looks like, which is a bit of a pain. I'm actually going to use Safe Pilot here, which does deal with those. I'm going to send down this. I'm actually going to do this because I don't want him getting the gold. It's fine. We are going to dive in. First Strike modifier does a lot of damage. And boom. Nice. Okay. Probably going to drop another Baron down now just to cycle him out. I do really want Baron to essentially start leveling up as much as we can. Okay, we've got level 8 Murlocs, which is obviously terrible in this situation, but what can you do about it? Not a lot. We are controlling the gold pretty well. 1, 2, 3. We got it, which is actually really nice. I'm actually going to do this over here. And then I'm going to bring him over here to make sure he doesn't get hit my tower. That's fine. Deal with those by using my poison. And we're fine. Baron is pretty good matchup into Hogger, if I'm honest with you. We're going to stop him from getting any more gold here. We haven't used Blizzard at all. Probably a case to use Blizzard here. It's probably a pretty decent Blizzard. He's actually going to stop me from stop me from doing that. Okay, that's really annoying again. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I'm probably actually just going to drop. I'm going to have to drop something on these guys' heads. Going to do this. He got both of those, which is actually really terrible for me. Can we get away with a really big blizzard in this situation? Probably. We're doing a lot of damage to his base. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this. 2, 3, 1. Oh, he one-shot me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull his Hogger over here. There's not much else we can do. We are tanking relatively well. Okay, so we're probably going to start... This is where we're going to probably start losing the game a little bit. I assume it's going to become very hard to... This is fine. He's going to... Oh, he's actually got those as well. Okay, so we're just going to bait his... We're going to bait his Hogger in again. We've got a few seconds here, so this should be fine. Okay, we're into overtime here. Going to stop him from going for that. Going to actually use my own Dark Iron Miner. So we're playing this quite well. This is actually going really well for me so far, considering I'm actually behind on levels to this guy in general. I'm going to drop this here. I'm going to play another Baron. Sorry. Yeah, play another Baron here and that. And we're going to actually just drop that on his head. This. 1, 2. Baron as well. I don't actually need to do anything else, if I'm honest with you. We're kind of chilling. Yeah, we're fine here. He's got 13 seconds, but he's not going to win. I think I'm just going to blizzard his base for good measure. Yep. Decent, thank you. Thank you, Arclight. That was essentially a full level 10 team that we just beat with this deck. And I had level 8s there. So, obviously I had a lot of level 10s. And to be fair, Baron kind of counters Hogger. And the reason Baron kind of counters Hogger is just the armored buff. You can tank Hogger for way longer than most units can. So, good. Good matchup, though. So, at least we know it performs well into the good matchups, right? All right, we're jumping into our next game. Hopefully not against the same guy. Let's see if we're up against someone different. I kind of want to get back into grinding the ladder a little bit. I spammed the crap out of AFK Journey, which just meant that I didn't have much time to play. This guy is a level 8, so I'm expecting to probably win this just because he's level 8. But you never know. With Grom decks, sometimes you can just get these people that are just really good at Grom. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had that. There are just these people that just happen to be really good at Grommash. Okay, so he's kind of gone all in for this. I honestly might just blizzard that. It might kill off the Witch Doctor, and I blizzard that. That's fine. Okay, so what's going on over here? Probably going to have to safe pile. I actually don't think I'm going to land. I don't think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm not going to kill that guy. That was terrible, but at least I got the follow-up. Okay, so I'm just going to support with these guys. And I'm probably just going to use my Dark Iron Miner to kind of get this in my favor. I'm going to do this to pull him around. This is, I wouldn't say this is... Oh my god, really? Did I just get that nabbed? I just got that nabbed. That's alright. I mean, it's not a problem because I'm going to be able to follow up by going for a Dark Iron Miner. But I did just get that nabbed, which is kind of insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And get at least one of those. What am I going to do here? I haven't actually dealt any damage to this guy's base. I really don't want to lose my chest again. I was not paying attention to that in the slightest. Yes, I'm not going to lose my chest again. I'm going to make sure I get that. Okay. He has got a good counter to Baron, which is Whelpegs. So even at a low level, that's pretty good. I'm just going to freeze that. It's Grom, so we have taken that. We have taken that, but so I'm kind of getting used to using Safe Pilot as well again, which is a bit of a pain, but we're fine. We're fine. This guy's doing better than he really should be versus me, and it's probably because I'm just playing this terribly. But there we go. Witch Doctor is really annoying, actually. I probably need to start blizzarding his base as well, because that's probably going to be one of my main ways of winning this game. If I see him do that, I'm going to do this as well, because I don't want to lose my chest. I dealt a little bit of damage to his base. And he is doing quite a bit of damage to my... That's fine. We're going to do any damage to this guy. I'm going to take this over here. This guy's playing really well, and I don't think I'm not playing this well, to be fair, but this guy's doing really well. This is fine. Let's drop this. Do this. That should deal with it. I'm going to have to drop this because I really don't want to. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just go into overtime now. I don't want to... I want to retake this. So there we go. I'm going to use Blizzard because I just want to make sure those Whelpegs go down, which they have. I'm going to do this to stop him from retaking. I'm actually going to go for his chest. He's kind of going all in, which is fair enough. Haven't done any damage to his base, though, which is a bit of a pain. It's fine. We're kind of distracting him. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to all in his base. I have not played this very well, if I'm honest with you. It is what it is. I think I'm going to wait for him to get a little bit closer. But do you know what? Massive credit to this guy. Hugely held his own versus a level 10 with a Grom deck. And it wasn't even like a particularly great Grom deck. I hold my hands up, didn't really deserve to win that. I played that horrendously. Would say that it's my worst map though, because obviously it was out of rotation for ages. I haven't really, haven't even really like spent a lot of time practicing Gadgetzan. So it's definitely my worst map in the rotation. So I will try and claim immunity with that. But other than that, you know, got to hold your hands up when someone played really well, especially at a level disadvantage. If he had a maybe if he had a direct damage spell, he may have done more and actually potentially even taken the game. Like, let's imagine he had like a Blizzard or an Execute that he just cycled on my base and controlled the map. He probably might have done better. Okay, we're against another level 10 Hogger here. Let's just get going. Let's see what he's going to do. So he's going to drop Hogger here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Baron in response, and I'm then going to drop my Dark Iron Miner. He hasn't gone for a... I'm going to just do this, actually. So this looks like a good opportunity to just use Blizzard to make sure that I'm actually getting some stuff down on the base. So yeah, he didn't actually go for a Quillbore, so I'm assuming that he either doesn't have a Quillbore or... Yeah, I'm assuming, given that he's cycled so heavily here, he doesn't actually have a Quillbore. Gonna have to drop that. I don't want my Dark Iron Miner to die here. Oh gosh, he does have a Quillbore. Okay, he does have a Quillbore. And this is where the Fury's coming in. Probably see the value of the Fury in this situation. We're doing damage to his base though, so he looks like he's now deciding that he can't be bothered with This is fine. I'm gonna have to do this because I'm gonna have to use my... Okay, right, we're just going to drop this now. I bought enough time. I should get the support of the Quillbore to make sure I'm getting all these guys down. And yeah, this is fine now. I'm going to drag him away, or at least stop him from hitting. That doesn't matter, didn't even need to. I wanted to stop him from hitting. Right, So he's gone down the tactic of basically just sending Hogger at my base, which is perfectly fine. But what I need to do is just ensure that Hogger's getting pulled over to my Baron every time I want to do this. Going to use Quillwar to deal with the safe pilot. It's probably the best way of doing it. Okay. I don't really want to Blizzard the base. So obviously there is always an option to Blizzard the base, but I don't really want to do that. Unless he puts something meaningful down. He doesn't, so he's going to go for another kind of Hogger onto my base situation, which, again, I'm actually not really that bothered about. So I'm going to do this here, and again, I'm going to do this over here. This is the way you kind of deal with Hogger. You just pull him over to the side. You ideally want to have a situation where he's obviously... Turn him around with my Murlocs. They take the shield hit, but that's fine as well. He is once again going for the Hogger push onto my base. This is fine again. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to make sure I'm just hitting as many things as possible. I don't want... Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to happen, honestly. We need a another Dark Iron Miner here. Okay, there's another Hogger. He's kind of going all in. It's actually good that I've got my Skeleton Mage. But he gets one shot. Going to drop a safe pilot on the back of his head here. Basically just need to keep doing that over and over again. I can't afford to use Blizzard on his base. Have to basically save my gold to ensure that the Hogger isn't kind of just one-shotting me. So, going to drop this. Going to drop this. And once again, I'm going to drop a double on his head. Probably can go for a Blizzard here, just to do some damage to the base. Got to be so careful about using a Blizzard on the base in that situation. We're once again going to have to pull the Hogger here. He just keeps going for the same plan over and over again. It's perfectly fine, by the way. Don't mind it, but just to be really safe. He's kind of gone for like a Hogger over this way. Can I pull the Hogger over this side? Yeah, he's actually just going to do this. Yeah, we're fine here. Okay, we won. Eventually, you have to be so careful defending against Hoggers. Again, it's a decent matchup. If their tactic is to just spam Hoggers at your base that way, then you just have to be prepared to pull the Hogger aggro as it gets to your base. That's kind of just the way that you have to play those matchups. Baron still is a good matchup into Hogger, though, so this worked really well. I'm not drinking straight orange juice, by the way. It's something called squash. If anyone's British, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just water mixed with like a cordial. I'm not drinking straight orange juice like this because that would just be weird and also really bad for your teeth. Maybe we can get 16k with this deck. It's looking pretty good. Very, very, very efficient. Great, great answers to pretty much everything. Would love if I didn't have level 8 Murlocs. And we're also getting an example of this across lots of different maps, which is great. So I'm going to send my Griffin Rider over the top here. I'm actually just going to safe pilot that because that's an even trade. I'm going to use this to stop his safe pilot. I'm also going to send my... Yeah, okay, fair enough. He's not getting the chests, though, so... I've ended up coming away with the chests in this situation, which I'm perfectly happy about. I'm actually going to Blizzard this, because I want to make sure that... getting well pegs in this situation is great, so... We should get Grom down here. Rend down here. We should have got Rend down here. Right, I'm not going to do much else in this situation. I'm going to drop a... Okay, so I need to make sure I'm basically ready to go and get those chests when they respawn in just a moment, which sends my Murlocs down the middle. Should get a decent amount of damage onto Rend itself, which is great. I'm actually just going to safe pilot his safe pilot. That was a last minute I don't think I'm going to get any kind of love with... I might have to use this here, just to ensure that we're going to get not destroyed by a... this is fine. I'm going to do this. So we should actually win this trade, which actually works out quite nicely for me. Whether I get a... Oh, we actually might. We get 1 at least, right? That's actually really good. Okay. So, I want to get these chests. That's something that we're winning the fight with at the moment, getting the chests. And to be honest with you, Quillboar's going to be able to tank this quite nicely. Nice. That's actually fine. Okay. This Rend is kind of annoying. But it's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to drop a Baron, same way that we did with Hogger. Just kind of need to drop something to deal with these whelps. Which is probably just going to have to be a safe pilot. Annoying, but I really want these chests. Because they were just respawning. So, we're still winning. This guy's not really competing with our chest. I'm actually going to just blizzard this. So I'm blizzarding the base and the Rend in this situation. I'm going to drop this. I should be able to take out all of these, to be fair. Yeah, this is fine. Safe pilot's done me really well in this situation. I'm then going to drop a Baron going this way. Chests are respawning relatively soon. So, probably just going to drop a safe pilot on the safe pilot. And just drop one of those. One of those. Cycle back to Murloc Tidehunters. Looks like he's kind of given up, which is great. Yeah, this worked really well on this map as well. He just wasn't... Rend's just really bad at contesting chests. You just need to have someone to contest chests with Rend, and he didn't really contest the chests particularly well. Not his fault, it just wasn't really the right deck for it, but had a good matchup in there. That was relatively simple. All right, we're going to do probably one more here. We've played quite a lot of games, and I will tell you it's been 100% win rate so far. Versus a lot of level 10 players. I mean, arguably, I'm a level 10 player, but I don't have everything being level 10 at the moment. Let's just drop straight away. I'm going for a bit more of a defensive. This is going to be harder, I reckon, because it is... Yeah, it's definitely going to be harder, because it's Emperor Thaurissan. So I'm going to just drop a Blizzard here. That's slightly out of the range, which is really annoying, but it did get me the... It did ultimately get me the gold. So that's kind of what I was initially after. Nice. Okay. Let's drop one of these. Drop one of these. That is a null. Wild. Okay, so we're going to drop another Baron down going this way. What I want to do is turn Emperor Thaurissan away from Baron. So that's what I'm going to do. Another one of these this way. Okay, this is fine. First strike works really well in this scenario. I'm going to drop another one of these. I'm going to drop another Baron. I think we're kind of in a good spot here, honestly. I'm then going to drop a Quillboar just to poison everyone, which kind of makes it nicer. Yeah, I mean, this is going fine so far. I'm actually going to Blizzard this. It's not going to kill Thaurissan, but keeps him in place and kind of gets me value. So it's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm then going to use a really, really high value safe pilot if it lands, which it doesn't. But I'm just going to drop another Baron going down. I mean, I need to get there because he's going to get the chests. So I do need to contest these. Okay. So I just use the reason I use Quillboar in that location is because I basically didn't want the Griffin Rider to get pulled. So there we go. I'm again just going to use Blizzard here. We're going to win by cycling Blizzards. This went a little easier than I thought. This deck is kind of nuts, actually. This deck is kind of the nuts. I haven't even got as high levels, I don't think, as Arclight, but we should... Again, Baron kind of wins just through in Dragon meta with Mage pressure, but there we go. That's cool. That's insane. I'm Very, very happy about that. Boom. Yeah, let's leave it at that for the time being. That was... How much did we gain in, like, we just had 100% win rate, so we went from just under 5k, so we went from... I got all of my dailies done. Beautiful, that's exactly what I wanted. Haven't used Drake since Onyxia. Literally, that unit has been used for Onyxia. I went from just under 5k to 5.5k in 20 minutes. And I've now nearly got my epic core, which is kind of what I was aiming for. As you can see, I haven't played in a while. But, yeah, I reckon I can storm up with this Baron deck. That's kind of crazy. Love it. I love it. That's awesome from Arclight. Big fan. Big fan. Right. Sub to Arclight, sub to me. See you soon.